Okay. So today uh, we are going to discuss the cloud storage. You can say this is the one of also very key feature Google Cloud's platform offer to store object information data. That means storage is the key, you can say, the feature of any cloud. Because whenever we are developing any software, generally our software need to process data, store data. Data or information nowadays have a different form, maybe your photo, video, audio, text, document, different variety of data, recording. Okay, these all are the informations. Okay, so somehow whenever we, if I'm using my local laptop to store the video, audio. So, what are the challenges we have? Because let us, we are going to store the CCTV recording on my laptop. The recording is continuous, generate the audio videos, and after some period of times, my local storage is going to the full. Okay, but these kind of challenges can addressed by the Google Cloud. And second problem would be durability. What happened today, tomorrow, or some period of times our laptop may be crashed, maybe shut down, maybe interrupted. Whatever the information stored my laptop or computer or might be lost, might be not recoverable. So lots of bigger challenges whenever uh, we, yeah, my applications are going to tracks or work on those data. So we can rely on these cloud storage facility, a service you can say. They are giving some kind of reliability because these public cloud providers are very big and they have a lots of resources and they can offer more reliable service for storage informations on the cloud instead of we are managing these informations on my local computer hardware, yeah, space. So let's talk this cloud storage. Okay, so you can say cloud storage can be categorized on the basis of the nature of data, what kind of data or information you are going to process, store. So whatever the data you have, there are two features. First things, you need a storage. You need a storage where all kind of data, file, video, audio, recording, everything are going to store. Okay. And second requirement, I need to read those information. I not need maybe today after some period of times we have to access the data. That means to storage as well as the retrieval mechanism both is the key for such a requirement, and both retrieval and storage Google Clouds offer very effective manner. So let us look what the facility is Google Cloud storage offer. Okay. Second things, I'm talking data or information. The nature of data can be, you can say, in the hardly you can say different types. Maybe some, maybe you aware structured data, some unstructured data, some data can be semi-structured data. So later parts will discuss all this kind of structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. Okay, so all kind of data Google Cloud offer services. Okay, and for storage, lots of services, cloud storage, and for database, lots of database storage. For analytic, different database storage. So you can say cloud, Google Clouds offer storage facility for all nature of data. Generally, our application going to the procedure store. Okay. So today our objective mostly to talk, store anything, maybe structured, non-structured, anything. So maybe audio file, video file, text file, document file, anything you can store in the Google Cloud as a file. And those you can store here, and those data, file, photo, video, image, document, you can access from the internet using the via URL from the anywhere. Okay, so let's talk cloud storage. Okay, the cloud storage service allow worldwide storage and retrieval of any amount of data at any times. Okay, so this is the service available worldwide. Means ki whatever the geographical locations you are, your applications are, your clients are, Google provide service nearest your regions. Okay, and he said ki they are providing facility. You can store them, you can save them, and you can retrieve them any amount of data at any times. So here there is no any kind of a limitation कि such amount of some GB, a terabyte, a petabyte data you can store. No, any amount of data, stream data, batch data, sequential data, and you can get these information at any times with a limited with a very quick response because they Google Cloud storage service are globally available. They can provide retrievals of these storage with a low latency. That means your application can get this data so quickly. So we can use the storage cloud service for a range of scenario, including serving the website content. So whatever the website, you have some static content, dynamic content, or any kind of images, any kind of videos, all things. Nowadays, if you can go and browse any application, so or any website, so lots of content maybe text content maybe photos content, maybe audio content, maybe some advertise, every informations you can store. So storing data for archivals and disaster recovery, distributing large data object to the user via the direct download. Okay, so here multiple things. So these cloud storage also used for storing your information, just like a backup or archiver. You are also ensure that cloud store provide that whatever information you are storing in a particular regions, a particular zone, any disaster or any natural calamity or any power outage or any corruption happen, still Google Cloud offer you can get your data. That means Google ensure that if you store your data in the Google Cloud provide the surety that your data will be available at any cost. If maybe particular regions or zone may be corrupted or my server crash or something down happens, some power outage happen, still we provide data to you because our responsibility we are storing Google Cloud is storing, the Google Cloud provide data to you. So there are lots of techniques Google Cloud Store to manage these informations. They are making duplicate copy, redundant data in the different geographical location because this is the worldwide service available. The same data they are putting in the different places. If one region, one zones are going to crash and something problem happen, still Google know okay, this information already we put in the different server, different location, different data center. So your application still can serve. So lots of additional benefits Google Cloud offer for his customer. Okay, so one things you can rely on these Google Cloud services, and nowadays lots of customers are business using this cloud service. Cloud service is the one of you can say key features of the Google Clouds. So here, before going to take the deep understanding about the how to store data in the Google Clouds, Google Clouds defines some different classes of storage classes. Okay, so here storage classes. What do you mean by storage classes? A piece of metadata that is used by every object. Here we use the terms object. So object here, not the meaning of something different. Whatever you talk, data, informations, right? Everything, whatever you talks, all are the object considered can be your any text file, any document, any PDF file, any Word file, any audio file, any video file, any recording, all things considered as a object. Okay, any kind of files, any kind of, so instead of saying file, instead of saying video, instead of saying photo, images, pic, audio, video, the Google use the simple terminology object. Okay, so store class, whatever the storage class we have, just set of an object, set for an object affected by this availability and pricing model. So why Google decided storage classes? That means whatever the object, they have a different places, a different kind of services on this object you can apply, and that will vary. These objects is very depend upon availability and pricing model. Okay, so the key criteria is that these storage classes services you are going to get from the Google Cloud, then we have to Google ensure that durability and availability of your objects, and on that basis Google share these are the pricing model, the cost associated. So one of the key features whenever you are going to use any cloud provider storage facility, maybe Google, AWS, Microsoft, Azure, each and every Google providers, they are going to storing your object or informations. So for those data, they are keeping in his data center and they are providing the security, they are providing the availability, so they need charge, they need cost. To be aware the pricing model. Okay, so here with the help of pricing model, cloud storage have a four model. One is the standard storage, one is the nearline storage, another is the cold line storage, another is the archive storage. So all these storage just logical categorizations of your data so that you can pay for those informations that are stored in the cloud as your needs. Some data you want to store just for backup, just for archival, just for disaster recovery. So might be you are not frequently going to access those data. So those data can be used as archive storage so that this data can be used maybe year after year or something less than year time. So those scenario cloud storage offer some less pricing. So due to that, these are the some standard. Some data you are frequently access. So those are the very standard or hot storage as well as. Sometimes standard storage also considered as hot and all other considered as cold. But instead of just two categorization hot and cold, Google Cloud Storage say, hey, they have four categories: standard, nearline, cold line, and then archive. We're going to talk detail, but we should, whenever you are going to decide, I am going to store, you can maybe set, hey, this is my storage class. I am going to store this information for some period of times or for this or when it will be accessible. A good part, any of these storage class you are reading, you can retrieve data within a second if you want. Okay. Okay. So let's talk standard storage. So I say standard storage, I can say sometime we can say this is the hot data. Hot data means this is storage class is best for the data that is frequently accessed by your application. So those data you can say I'm going to put in a standard storage that are frequently my application going to access or customer going to demand. Okay, and as well as the data that is stored for only for a brief period of times, because the frequently accessed data are not always some period of time, some particular time or zone your data can be frequently access. So whatever the information or object or data you are going to put in the standard storage class where these data are frequently you are going to the read. And any storage class, the availability means type. So these all the storage class support multi-region, dual regions, or regions. So whenever you are going to decide, hey, I am going to store my data in the particular region, that's okay. Google going to store your data, but in within a region. I know in this region there is a concept of a zone. Region is a geographical area. The particular in particular area Google have a specific at least three or four zones. At least within a region, Google Cloud going to store your data, duplicate copy, redundancy in the multiple zone. Still, you can provide the durability of your information. Sometime you say, no, no, I am going to store my data in the dual regions. Means this is the one region and another region as well as another region as well. So this is also support your now your object or data going to store in the different regions, maybe two regions, maybe uh, uh, is US region, maybe north region, maybe south region, whatever the regions Google has right now. Similarly, sometimes some applications, some data require the multi-region. Might be your application is very frequently accessed by the across the globe, different part of the globe. So in those scenarios, you can say, hey, I am going to make our data location would be the multi-region. Okay. So Google Cloud Storage provide these services. All the, you can say all the storage classes are the multi-region location types, are dual regions, or even you can say regional. And typically the availability, these the data is available 99% you can say 99.99% in the multi-region, dual region 99.9, greater than you can say, and the region service say 99.9%. Typically, monthly, your data would be available for the retrieval. Okay. And second storage class would be the your nearline. Nearline, you can say storage class is the low cost. Okay. So first things, the standard storage class is the costly. Now, all the nearline, cold lines, archivals is a low cost service, okay? But highly durable storage service for storing infrequently accessed data. So these nearline storage class is a low, cheap, or low cost, but still they offering high durability. Means your informations always be available are those information that are infrequently accessed. Maybe within a 30 days the time period Google decided, hey, those means you are going to access within the 30 period, 30 days are the minimum durations. So those scenario, your data storage class would be the nearline, and again they support the multi-region, dual regions, and region. And the typically if you talk about the monthly availability, so 99.95% for the multi-region, dual region 99.95, and regions 99.9% availability they have. Okay. And if you talk the cold lines storage class, similarly, this is the, again very low cost. So standard is the costly. Again, you move to the near line. Near line is the low costly, and again you move to the cold line. Cold line is the very low cost service. And again, the high durability storage service for storing infrequently accessed data. That means your data are going to access within the 19 days minimum storage duration. Okay, and that means your data minimum duration would be here 19 days. Okay, so here again the cold line storage also available in the region wise, dual regions, and multi region, and typically monthly availability time the again 99.95 percentage for the multi region and dual regions, and 99.9 percentage for the regions. And one of the last storage class, not the last, but lots of other, but these are mostly known as a archive storage is the lowest cost. Whatever the storage Google Cloud offer is archive storage is the very lowest cost kind of things, but it is not the meaning if you are providing the lowest cost, there is any kind of compromising in the durability. Your high durability storage service for the data archivals, online backup, or disaster recovery. These are the scenario where you are going to select your object or data storage as a archive storage class. This is the minimum duration 365 day minimum duration for you. Okay, and again Availability always these services archival storage class are standard are nearline or cold lines. Locations is always regional, dual regional and multi-region support, and typically availability of monthly is the 99% you can see. Okay, good. So these all are the storage class. The some of the common features we should aware. This cloud storage class have these kind of a feature. And first things, unlimited storage with the unlimited access. There is a no limit. Hey, you in this storage class you can only store a specific size of data. No unlimited storage, unlimited access anytime, anywhere you want to access. The no minimum object set. Sometimes you say, hey, this file is very big file or a small file. So the Google Cloud say for storage, we have not defined any kind of boundaries. Hey, only these minimum or maximum object size could be. And maybe video, audio, photo, anything. And these storage cloud storage service available worldwide accessibility and worldwide storage location. So Google Cloud say ki whatever the object or information you are going to store in the Google Cloud, they are available across the location worldwide anywhere. So they have a locations available and accessibility both. So Google Cloud also try to understand your region's location from where your application going to access or read data. So nearest your location, Google have a worldwide storage locations. They are going to store your data or information in the nearest your region so that they provide the fast access with a low latency while you are going to retrieve the data from the cloud store. Okay, low latency with the no offline data retrieval. So Google's are guarantee that whatever the informations are you going to store in the Google clouds storage, they can provide the data with a low latency and durability high, very high durability. You can say 99.99999, almost this 11.9. Notice the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sometimes you can say 11 nines, 11 nines durability. Annual durability means very, very durable. Means whatever information you are going to store in the cloud storage, they are almost available for always. And again, redundancy is the feature. Across regions, when data is stored in the multi-region or dual regions. So redundancy means ki whatever the copy of data, let's say one particular video you uploaded on the Google Cloud Store. So whatever the video you uploaded, Google going to the make store not the only one locations or one server. They are going to replicate this in the multiple regions, multiple locations so that you Google's guarantee that hey somehow the particular locations particular server crash down still your data available in the different region, we can again serve you. So one of the key benefit of cloud provider, they are going to putting storing your object as a multiple copy. If one copy failed, one copy not accessible, still you have another, not the only one copy. Google try to store at least minimum three. We notice the all the regions Google have at least minimum 3 or 4 zones. Even you are going to select, hey, my store location type is only regional. Still they are storing a three copy. If the dual region, more. Multi-region, more copy. And one thing's uniform experience with the cloud storage feature, security tool and API. Good things, all the information you are storing in the cloud store, they can provide the unique URL. And those URL you can access those particular video, audio, file, document across anywhere from the browser, from the URL, from the API. Okay. Apart from these four standard storage class, nearline storage class, cold line storage class, and archive storage class, we have some customers have some legacy storage class as well as those known as additional classes might be whenever you read the Google Cloud official document, or some engineer may be talking like a multi-region storage or regional storage or durable reduced availability storage, DRA. Yeah. Sometimes say disaster recovery availability, right now. So these are the legacy storage class, and whatever these storage class, technically you talk, all these classes are functionality identical to the standard storage. So it's recommended by the Google, hey, try to use the standard storage instead of these multi-region, regional or DRA storage class. If you legacy application, legacy systems, legacy configuration you have, try to migrate, try to change your storage class from the multi-region or regional or DRA storage class to the standard storage class. Because functionality of all three near equivalent to, you can say, storage, standard storage. Good. And sometime these multiple kind of storage class. So sometime maybe initial DevOps engineer or engineer confused. I am going to select a standard storage class or nearline or cold line or archive. So Google have another concept like, hey, don't worry, this is the auto class kind of feature. The auto class feature automatically transitions object in your bucket to appropriate storage class based on the each object access pattern. That means now Google also decide, don't worry, Google know what are the access pattern of your data, and they know, okay, these data are very infrequently accessed or very less frequently accessed within 30 days, 16 days, 19 days or 1 year. So automatically Google Clouds can be changed your data storage class from standard to the nearline to cold to archive. In this way, what you feature save your cost, because you always put data in your standard storage class. Your charge is very high. So let them Google Cloud have some intelligence. They know you are going to get data infrequently, then why you are putting a storage class standard. Let's put in the near line or maybe cold line or maybe this. So these are the automatic transition from one storage class to another storage class, also supported by the Google Clouds. So the feature move out, that is not access to colder storage to reduce the storage cost and move data access to standard storage class to optimize the feature access. Google can move from standard to cold line or a cold line to standard, depend upon your data object access pattern. Google Cloud know what is the nature when these data you access, your application access, these are very frequently or infrequently. So they automatically transition happen between the hot to cold to hot. You can say auto class simplify and automate the cost saving for your cloud storage data. So overall objective of this auto class, that's you Google try to convey that, hey, don't worry, if you are not be confident which storage class you are going to set for your object. Let them auto class feature identify and change your storage class from hot to cold or cold to hot. What the benefit you get from this auto class? Your cost will be saved. Cost can be reduced. So these are the some key rules about the auto class. So no, once you can enable auto class as a storage class, so at least your object size would be 128 KB. If your object size is 128 or greater, then auto class feature will works. If your uh, file or audio or video size is less than 128, auto class is not transitioning any, you are not changing any your storage class. So if your object data is access and the object transition is to storage set. That means whenever your file or object are frequently accessed by the particular user customer application, so auto class automatically change your data storage class as a standard storage class so that your application get very fast very quickly service and you have to pay cost. And maybe automatically decide an object isn't accessed for 30 days, the transition is moved to the near line. And Google say, hey, this data already you store in a standard uh, storage class, but these data are not accessed for the last 30 days. Why you are putting in a standard storage class? Let's move to the near line. And similarly, Google will say, hey, your object isn't accessed by the last for 90 days. So let's move from near line to again cold line. Maybe they decided, hey, your object isn't accessed by the last 365 days or more. So let's move to the archiver stage storage class. So these are auto conversion by the Google Clouds so that your cost, your charge can be minimized. So auto class is one of kind of a key feature for cost optimization. Okay, so let's talk about the some basics about the Google Cloud Store. So first thing, cloud storage is service. Service means Google Cloud almost offer all the cloud computing services for storing your object in the Google Clouds. And Google Cloud storage is the one of key. Whatever the object you store, that is the immutable piece of data. So whatever the file, video, audio you are going to store in the cloud store, that is immutable, means you cannot change them, you cannot modify them. Let's keep, you upload one video or one audio. This is the immutable forever. Anytime you can access, you can get the same data. If you want to something modify the change the content, you cannot go and modify the existing content. Really, if you want, maybe you can upload the new versions of new files. This is the new content. Maybe this is for the document, this is for text, this is for image. So one thing, cloud store, whatever the information you are storing in the cloud store, basically in the terms of file, audio, video, basically this is very fit for your unstructured data. Unstructured data means there is no predefined attribute, row, column kind of data. So these are the most fit for the unstructured data, like your document, like your audio, video, image, recording, live streaming, logs, right? All these things. There is a no predefined, pre-nature, pre-attributes configured for the particular data. And one things, we store object in the container. So whatever the informations, whatever the file you are going to store in the cloud storage, The cloud storage given a specific name called the bucket. So bucket is just a container that hold your object. So sometime in the Google Cloud, bucket synonym of the cloud storage, because everything you are going to store in the cloud store for unstructured data, they are going to the first talk about the bucket. The bucket means cloud storage. Cloud storage means bucket. So these are the some key rules for the bucket, because bucket is the final service, you can say, of the cloud store, where actually the data are going to store. Okay, the buckets are the just basic container that hold your data. The best just container or a place or a logical terms. Bucket is just logically you just give the name, okay, something, and everything you store in the cloud store must contain in a bucket. So whatever the things you are going to store in the cloud store, you need at least one bucket. Without bucket, we cannot store anything. The bucket is the just logical container that allow a place where you can go and store your object. And the name of the bucket is globally unique. That means whatever the bucket you are going to create or giving the name, that should be globally unique. That means the name you are giving, because these cloud store service are available globally across the world place. So whatever the name you are going to decide for your bucket, it should be globally unique. That means if let's you decided one name today, and the same name cannot used by across the globe anyone. This is the very thumb rule you have to ensure. Many times whenever you are going to create a bucket and bucket creation fail, the first thing you check, the name of the bucket you give in is globally unique or not. Okay. And one thing, you cannot change the name or location of any existing bucket. If needed, you have to create the new bucket. Let's you created the bucket by default some name and you want to, hey, I want to change the bucket name or location. No, you cannot change any existing bucket. Even the data, the object we are storing in the particular bucket, that immutable cannot be allowed to change. Similarly, the bucket name you created cannot be again changed. If you want to really change the bucket name, good option, you can go and create a new bucket, and maybe this old bucket you can delete them. Okay, and again there is no limit of the number of bucket, and there is no limit. Hey, let's created one bucket, two bucket, three bucket, any number of bucket you can create in region, maybe dual region, maybe multi region. So good things how you can decide, because the globally unique name. So we have followed some pattern. The Googles have decided, hey, these are the some rule names. Whenever you say bucket name, you at least your bucket name follow this kind of validation or requirement, you can say. Whatever the bucket name you are going to give only contain lower letter. So any bucket name you cannot give the upper letter, uppercase, capital letter, and numeric characters, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 number are allowed, lowercase are allowed, dashes are allowed, underscores are allowed, and dots are allowed. A specific validation. So for dot, be carefully, there is some validation required. Okay, but surely only lowercase number letters, dashes or underscore. And bucket name must start and end with a number or letter. So you can say any bucket name can start only with a numbers or letter. That means they cannot start with a dash. They cannot end with underscore. And the name must be contain 3 to 63 characters. You cannot say just one character or two character bucket name. Minimum three character name would be the for bucket name. Okay, and name cannot be represented as an IP address because here you notice the IP4 address has some dot notation. Due to that, dot is some special validation required. So you cannot say 10.0.1.1 is my bucket name. So you cannot give any IP address pattern for the bucket name. And sometime when we're going to create a bucket name cannot be any kind of a pre-pattern related to Google's or any prefix or any suffix like a Google bucket name, bucket Google something. Anywhere cannot contain any word like Google or any misspell, maybe G double O L A G O L E. Google's related terminology, Google allows you cannot use this bucket name like this. Okay, the bucket name cannot contain Google words, cannot contain prefix Google or suffix Google without Google's word. I mean, related to the Google message spell also not allowed. So these are some unique validation for the bucket name, and you can must follow without because these why such a this strict rule for the bucket name because these bucket names are globally unique. So we have to follow some certain rule so that we can create a bucket uniquely. Okay, so these are the rule for bucket names. So let's give some demo. Okay, okay. So let us I go the demo of this. So generally Google Cloud offer uh, different way to use the Google services. Okay, so I have a so like last demo we demonstrate we can create our virtual machine from the UI Google console or from your CLI or SDK. So whatever I feel preferences, uh, whatever the you feel comfortable because many developers feel more comfortable when they are going to work to create the virtual machine, create the bucket or networking, lots of things. Some developer or some programmer feel very comfortable to use the command line to CLI or SDK or API. Some initial developer are which are starting to explore Google Cloud, feel comfortable to the UI parts. Let's go to the UI and create lots of things. So both are the good, but sometime when you are going to create, let's one, two, ten, hundreds of the virtual machines or cloud storage thing. So from the UI going to create one, two, three, four, it will take a times and very not feel good to create the thousands of the VM or virtual machines or storage device. So why not we some programming, some scripting? Hey, let's write the some script and these kind of commands can you run. So for those, lots of tools and techniques have. So finally, the what I'm trying to say, this is the preferences of the developer choice. Okay, where they feel comfortable. Okay. Finally, the cloud, this the Google Cloud, whatever Google Clouds, they have exposed lots of interface via the API. Okay, so they are under the API, and this API can be consumed from the different mode. One is the your graphical user interface UI. This is known as a Google Cloud Console, and another is a CLI, CLI command line interface, yeah, Google Cloud SDK. Or again, these are the API itself, API itself. Okay, and some have also have another way mobile apps. Some from mobile, some basic functionality you can also access from the mobile. Okay, so there are some different way through which you can interact with the Google Cloud platform or GCP. So generally, all the services this Google Cloud offer for our customer and via these four interface, maybe a graphical user interface, UI, you can say Google Cloud Console or Google SDK, CLI command lines, API. For this API expose any programming language like a Java, C. They are want to communicate with the Google Cloud via the programming language. They can use the API or mobile apps as well as okay. So these CLI API are multiple way. So whatever you feel comfortable, but you should know Google Cloud expose these four interface, four way you can interact or you can work, you can access the Google Cloud platform. Okay, so for initial, for some places, Google Cloud Console is very handy, very useful, and some places your CLI is very handy, same very useful. Both are the depend upon your level of confidence, the way you are using. All are the finally all are the interact via the API to the Google Cloud. So let's explore any one of them, whatever you feel comfortable. So you can explore both way, maybe CLI. Let's explore the both, okay, so that you feel comfortable. So, as you know, I'm using this Google Cloud learning platforms where they provide some lab tool and you can explore the cloud storage. Okay, so I'm going to just start lab and practice it, and you can also do the start lab practice, and maybe you, if you can go to the your account itself, you can open and you can explore any kind of explore services. Okay, so let us. I'm opening the Cloud Console with a particular password, or you can whatever you can user and password you can create and do yourself. Okay. Okay. So whatever till we learns everything you can see in the demo, and it will be good you can just go and create the free Google Cloud and credential, user and password, and provide your billing details, credit card details, and Google provides some free time period where you can explore all these services of the Google. Okay. They are little bit slow. Now it's come. Maybe my internet. It should run fast. Okay. So finally, these are the Google Cloud Console. Okay. So here, last time you also discussed, these are the basics about the project. Last class also I talked about like, hey, whenever in a Google Cloud they follow some hierarchical structures. First, you have a one organizations. In one organizations, whatever the organization you have, we have a couple of departments. The department here considered as a folder, folder one, folder two, folder three, multiple folder. Inside the folder we have a multiple can be project. Okay, so project and multiple project. Inside the project, we are going to use any Google Cloud resources, virtual machine, storage class, everything. So by default, here we are using our, this is my project name, this is project ID, everything. Okay. So let's how to know the cloud store. So go to the your all services here, and notice this is the one service known as a cloud store, cloud storage, and go to the cloud storage. Just click here, and cloud storage have a concept of your bucket, monitoring, setting. So let's go to the create bucket. The cloud store, first we have to create the bucket. So this is our bucket screen. There is a no bucket. So just go to the create bucket. And first things, notice the whenever you can start this, hey, you have to provide the name. Name can be okay. So this is the name. Just you can say bucket name would be uniquely. The one things you can use the bucket name uniquely very simply. Uh, Google, whenever you create any project, Google provide one unique ID. This is the ID uniquely available for your project. So this is also globally unique project ID. You can use this ID itself, or you can write your maybe here my bucket or underscore, whatever the name you want. But all the rules here, we cannot store end with underscore, or so we cannot start with the maybe any number. Maybe you cannot start with any kind of underscore, right? So these are the validation rules available. You have to so what are the rule? Maybe simply say my underscore bucket, maybe just give the name or some unique id. Just let's say I put the my project id. So whatever the good option, generally preferable way, whatever you feel, if you so okay, given I can find the uniquely name, good, or you can use your just project id, uh, just for save you can find, okay. Yeah. Or attach anything, okay. So your bucket name, right? And after that you notice lots of option here. Optimize data sensitives, or you can give some label, or you can choose your data where you want to store. Notice that this is the location types we talk. This location type can be multi-region, can be dual regions, or can be your region wise. So all these services available. So we have to decide which regions I am going. If you then we have to select the region. If you select the regions, hey, which region I am going to select? Dual region, that means you have to select the two regions, region 1 and region 2. Okay. And if you are going to the multi-region, these are the multi-region by default. They are selected some multiple region, whatever you have. Okay. So you have to choose the location type. Okay. Multi-region, dual region regions, and again go to the next, and then we have to choose storage class. We talk storage class, set the cost for storage, retrieval and operation with a minimum differences in uptime. Choose if you want to. So all the storage class, notice this is the one we talk about, the auto class. Means ki automatically Google Cloud decide to transition from standard to nearline based on your usage, and nearline to code lines are. If you don't want to auto class, you go with the set of standard. By default, Google go with the standard because this is the best for the short term storage and frequently access data. But you go to the nearline is the best for the backup and data access less than a month. Coldline is the best for the disaster recovery and access less than a quarter or the 3 month. Archiver is the best for long-term digital prevention and data access in the within a year. So these are all the standard nearline, or just go to the auto class. So auto class by default allow to support everything, or go with the set of default. So whatever you choose, you can select auto class, or you can go with the standard nearline, cold line, and archive. So you have to, but everything you have to choose here. Let's say choose again, continue. So now we have a, again, this is a how to access, who is going to access you, uniforms from the authentication authorization, or fine grain. You go to the allow the limited people or user or person can access, you can select those, okay. And then you can also select the data protections, the policy you have to set. So here the user default retention policy, set custom retention policy as well as. So all the buckets have a 7-day soft delete the by default. Means ki, your data keep in the bucket, how many days it will be preserved. The default bucket would be the 7 days. Within the 7 days, you can found this value, but these are the deleted soft deletion. Soft deletion means they are moving from here to somewhere. Currently, you are not found in the current storage class. But you want to set, hey, no, I'm going to set the custom retention policy, maybe 10 days, 1 day, 1 month, 6 months, whatever you want. So these the retention duration is very, very key. So by default, you understand by default, they for the 7 days only soft deletion by default, unless customer are going to optimize them right now. And even you can say what are the custom 7 days, year, month. Here you can decide, okay, how many days. Go with the default, okay. And similarly, one thing's object versioning. Whenever you are going to store one file, you want to different version or retention. So these are the some compliances or version file, version 1, version 2, version 3. All the things we have to also choose them. And that's just, these are the some options we have to choose them. And you can give in the bucket name, just go to the create and your bucket name is created. So these are the all the value, whatever you choose, they are given options: soft deletion, default, object versioning, disable. You can lots of feature. Google's given. Now your bucket name is created. Bucket name just consider as a folder, uniquely names, and here. So in this folder now bucket name created. So bucket name, what you can say, here you can store value, get value, put value, right now. So maybe within this folder you can create another folder or more folder. Here is the option to upload the value. Here go, and maybe you want to upload folder, upload files. Let's say I'm going to upload files. Go, you can select any folder. Let's my desktop have any folders. Yeah, this, let's say I'm going to one photographs. I'm going to store. So these photographs are going to uploaded in this bucket. And notice this photograph the same. If you want to change the rename value, name the change, whatever you want to change. So now these are the folder. If you click here, your these are the details of your object. Notice this object have a one specific URL. Okay, so now this object, this file, this you can access from this uniquely resource URL. They are created with the Google Cloud itself. Storage.cloud.google.com slash your uniquely identified bucket name slash your file, and your authenticated user, only authorized user can access them. And go, and if you want to check it, you are able to get this image. So every object, every file, every data you are storing in this Google Cloud Store in the bucket, they have a assign the authenticated URL, and as well there are some setting if you want, you can make the public URL. So these are by default, the intention is that they're not going to provide any public URL. If you want, we can set those setting and get the public URL as well, right now. So all the things are available here, right? So in this way you can create the file, store the file in the bucket, right now. So it's a very simple, very easy way use. You want to create the more folder, you can go create folder, and folder name maybe subfolder. Okay, subfolder, and I create another folder. Okay, so here another folder. In this folder you want to upload something, you can go and upload and move something, whatever you want. Again, go to the upload value, you can upload here. So bucket, then your bucket name inside the folder, inside the folder hierarchy we can maintain here. Okay, so this is the from your UI. You can everything do, and then let's say you want to maybe remove this bucket. Hey, this is the, go to the bucket here, and just I want to delete this bucket. So go select here, we have option delete. So now you can delete the bucket. Whenever you go to delete, they want the confirmation, you can give the confirmation. Hey, this is a confirmation. I am going to delete this bucket. Okay. So this is the one way you can use the Google Cloud Console, from where you can create the bucket, create the folder, upload the file, get the file, access the file. And you can, while the creating, you can give all the configuration. And maybe you want to go with a CLI. So you can also, hey, CLI based command available here. Okay. So how to use the CLI? So use CLI. We have a activate our cloud shell. So by default, you can install SDK on your machines, or you can use the inbuilt CLI cloud shell. So here, this is the activate cloud shell. Just click here. They are going to activate a cloud shell. And if you go cloud shell created everything, and just you can authorize them. This is the command share. Hey, all the commands you can generally start the G cloud and authorization list. Good options. This is well document available. All the commands which you want to run test. So now our this is the cell. This is the cell, and here you can authorize them. Authorize them. Okay. And if you want to lots of configuration, G Cloud config command, everything. So whatever you have, you can give the configurations, G Cloud configurations, G Cloud configurations. Here the list of project, already your project names set, and in this way. So sometime you want to set the region, which region you are going to works. So here we have a options. Maybe you can go to the different windows here. Can bigger screen you can get, and we can work for the different type. Here is the console. Here is the CLI. So this is done. A good option here. Just close them. So this is your console, and this is the CLI, and here clear. So here you can G Cloud is the base command. Just you want to configuration, you want to set hey compute for the region you want to set the region. So this regions US Central one we are going to, so your region is set. Okay. And now going to create the bucket. The Google Cloud, we have two commands available to create the bucket. One is the G Cloud Storage, and another the GS util. The both commands you can use. So whenever you use the command to create the so here again basic naming rule. We already discussed all the naming rules. They are going to verify your naming rules. Everything must be here, and you ensure that you are going to use the unique bucket name. So here say command. Here the commands you can say like this. Just I am opening Notepad. So this is the commands gcloud store bucket and create gs and your bucket name. So here you can place a bucket name. So good option. Let's again say I am going to use my this my project ID itself as a unique. So I am going to this ID as a this and create this bucket name. So this is the command gcloud store buckets create gs the protocol gs manage Google Store and file name, and just go and here say hey I am going to create. So whenever you're going to run this command gcloud store create bucket is created. If you notice here previously go to the your bucket, now no bucket, and refresh them, one bucket is created, right? Again these are the default storage class and everything's here created. Okay. So now you have a, also this is a bucket created, and you can just check your progress here. Here bucket is created or not. That's, and some each bucket has some default storage class which can be specified and create. Yes, have some default bucket storage class. Now you can upload the object into your bucket. Okay, so now with the help of CLI here, notice we have not any file. Which file I am going to upload? So we have two options. We can upload file from here. One thing, this the option here, the upload. You can download, upload the image from here. Okay, so you can say, hey, I am going to upload some folder from my computer. Okay, so you can say, hey, choose my phone local systems, and you can, let's go to the desktop, and I can select my photograph. Okay, so and upload. This is the one way you can upload images on this machines, on this virtual machines. Okay, so notice this is the one file old. Another, or you can say download the particular folder from the internet or somewhere. Okay, so maybe here this is the given the download curl command. You can download this curl commands. Okay, hey, I am going to just download. So you notice, so here these files, so two files are created. Okay, so you can maybe first you can going to store these, but notice these files are not in here. Notice in this bucket there is a no content, no content. So we have used the command to upload the here. So they are given the command, hey, this is the command. You can use this command. You can use, hey, this is the command gcloud store cp, copy this file to your bucket name. This is my bucket name. This is my bucket name. Okay, so this is the command. I can say whenever I run this command, go to here and run this command. Whenever I run this command, they are going to the copy this file to the here. So just refresh here. Notice these files are available here. If you want to copy a different file, like we have also here file name, this is also copy, or you can just go and change the your file name. Okay. This file also going to, so in this way you can copy, you can here our g cloud store cp command, just copy your file name, local file name, and your this is your bucket name. Here you can specify the bucket name, and you can notice here this file also copied here. Refresh, these two files are here. So we can use the CLI mode to create. This is the your create bucket command. Just create bucket command. Here your copy command, copy the data here. Okay, and some maybe you want to just remove all the files and you can go download. So here from the here from the UI I can refresh, means we are able to see the file. Let's say you don't have a UI, then we have to get command from here. So let us, I have a this two file. I remove this rm, this remove this file, rm remove this file, and let's, this is now no file. So we can download file from the our cloud store. So here we can use this command. So here you can use this command, g cloud stores cp copy hyphen r recursively, and this folder you can pass a, you can copy this our, this is the, so you can copy this. So this is the command gcloud store cp hyphen rgs. Here they can copy data, download data from the cloud store. So notice here there is a no file, and I'm going to say, hey, gcloud store cp hyphen r gs, this is a bucket name, and this file I want to download. So they can download this file. So notice Now ls this file is downloaded. If you want to again change the, you want to file another file, you want to copy this file as well as, okay, so you can mention this file I want to copy, you want to mention those file also you have to copy. So here copy means just downloading file data from the cloud store. Okay, so this is the way you can copy the command. Okay, even we can from here you can create the folder. Okay, from command line even you can also, so hey, I want to, this is the my bucket name, this is the my bucket name, this is the my bucket name. I can say copy this command. Okay, we create some folder, image folder. So inside this folder, they can create another folder and copy the folder. Okay. So notice I am going to say, hey, storage CP, copy this in another folder. Some. So here, if you refresh here, inside no folder, but you refresh, you can get another folder here. Okay, image folder. Inside image folder, you can notice these files are copied. So whatever you say, hey, copy this file from this bucket to this folder, so they can do. Okay, even you can just get test. Okay, and even instead of going to the Google console and refresh here in the cloud itself, you can verify them, hey, these files are copy or not. So for that we have this command, ls command. You can say, hey, this is the command, this is the ls and bucket name, whatever the bucket you have, this is the bucket name. G cloud store, G cloud store ls your bucket name. Just say, hey, G cloud store your bucket name. Notice they have these files are available. Okay, so these are the command line CLI, very flexible. You can list a specific one file, a specific one folder as well as, hey, this is the command just for a specific file. I want to just not all. I want to just view or get a ls specific file exist or not. Just copy this command and go and they just only say, hey, yes, this file is only one file. Okay, this is the only one file. So in this way, you can also make the, if you want to, let's make your object is publicly accessible. So I'll do. So notice these are the not publicly accessible. If you go to this bucket and try to get this object here, so notice they have only authenticated user can access. You want to public URL, anyone can access. Then you this the command. GS util is the command. GS util have a command. Access control list ch change the mode for the all user. You can just write this command. This is the command. You can say, hey, copy this. This is my bucket. This is the file I want to get the public. All user have a access. So here, go to the here. So this is the command. GS util access control list for all user. And now go to the here and refresh this. We refresh this. Where? Okay. So this is the way you can access, and in this way check your task is also completed. And go to store navigation and copy the URL. Public URL link should be. Now notice this is the now public URL. Now we can share this URL to anyone. Anyone go from anywhere, they can access this public URL. Okay, so this for photographs are available. So this is the way you can verify the public URL. This is accessible for everyone, and this is the only authenticated user can access here. So by default, Google Cloud Store protect data in the only authenticated user can access. But sometime you want the particular photograph, particular image can be accessed to the anywhere across the world, any specific user. You can also control them. Okay, so this is the command where you can do. Okay, uh, so access control list and can you use to define the access? Yes. Okay. Okay, this is the way our time is over. If you want to remove those, commands, just go here command and just say, hey, I want to remove this access from the public to the now. I don't want to anyone can access publicly. So you can use this. Okay, command line to and just run. You have to remove the access. Okay, all users, yes. Okay, you can even you want to remove the bucket itself from here. You can remove the complete bucket name as well as from the you can go. I want to remove the bucket itself. Go to the your bucket name. This is the bucket name, and just say hey, I want to remove this photo from here. Go console and say hey, I want to remove. So in this way you can remove the folders. Okay, so in this way you can do. Okay, I am going to just end this live. Time is complete. Okay, so this is the command line tools which help us to do, and you can notice these are the objects, folders, files, add, remove, upload, give the permissions. So here notice we have the remove the this file. We have removed this file. Now this file not exist here. Okay, so these are the simplest way from the UI as well as or go with the command line tools. You can do the practice, but these service cloud storage services very heavily used because lots of features they are globally available, everywhere available, and they can provide the durability, high durability, and lots of key features which we already discussed. Okay, so these are the some demo part and these about the cloud storage. So overall, I'm just trying to say whenever you want to store persist any kind of object that you want durability and you want to access anytime anywhere with a limited within a millisecond, you can say Google Clouds Store offer this facility. Okay, so please explore, do practice, and get the benefit. And many nowadays the business organizations are using this feature of the cloud store for lots of purpose. One is the web purpose. They support you the reliability. Your data is not going to the lost, always be available, and whenever you time you want to access within a millisecond. Okay, and some data have some protection, some government rules, compliance. Due to that, they have a regional service, non-regional service, multi-regional. So all these features, pricing model, they have a cost saving pricing model, everything we have. So just go through these, and these are the very key features of the any cloud provider. Google Cloud also offer the very reliable cloud storage. Okay, and please be, whenever you are going to decided to use the cloud store for storing your logs, information, stream data, so please be aware how long you are telling Google Cloud can manage or store how much data for how many period of time you have to pay. So be carefully choose the number of time till your data available in the cloud. Okay, and according to you have to take the pricing model, because pricing is the very very key term, because you have to pay cost, be carefully aware the cost, how much cost you have to pay for the Google cloud for storing your information. That's the for the today. Thank you.